Alright, Shalom Akim. Coming at you once again with another lesson. It's going to be real quick. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rav Kalkodash, double unto the apostles, a great millstone, taught me this truth. And blessings all you sincere ladies out there pushing this truth in all sincerity and faith and honesty. And also blessings to you few sisters out there listening and learning. Alright, I'm going to get right into it. It says 11 people in Sweden told us what it's like living in one of the few countries with no compulsory coronavirus lockdown. Compulsory coronavirus lockdown. And this is going to be real quick. It says, with Sweden's unusual coronavirus response, the country did not impose a compulsory lockdown. And let's search that word real quick, see exactly what it means. Required by law or rule. Alright. Obligatory goes into obligation. Obligatory, involving or exercising compulsion. Alright, so it wasn't required. They didn't require, alright, a lockdown. It wasn't a requirement as it was in a lot of other countries. So it says, keep reading. It says, Mazdak Dorosty is no longer taking the metro to get to his banking job across Stockholm and is now cycling instead. But on his new virus-adapted commute, he sees restaurants and coffee shops filled with people sitting close together. Right? Something that you won't see in a lot of countries right now. Alright, yeah, they're finally, loosening up, so to say, but for the most part, everybody was on lockdown. This whole sitting close together thing was out of the picture. It says it's a scene that has become almost unthinkable for many millions of people in other countries. See, yeah, the article here backed it up. It says other countries, as the coronavirus spread and prompts seismic changes to everyday life, but Sweden refused to lock down to try to slow down the spread of the virus. It is instead relying on people to follow guidelines without closures or much compulsion. Shops, restaurants, bars, and parks and elementary schools are open. People are advised to keep apart, to work from home if possible, to stay inside if age over 70, to avoid unnecessary travel. And that's pretty much all I want to get out of this article, to show you that what Sweden refused to lock down to try to slow down the spread of the coronavirus. And Elder Tahar mentioned this, and I actually went and looked it up. But brothers was going into this, how the Sweden was already chipping people. Alright, this is from 2019, last year. It says Swedes are getting implants in their hands to replace cash credit cards. Thousands of people in Sweden are having futuristic microchips implanted in their skin to carry out everyday activities and replace credit cards and cash. So let's get this scripture. This is of 2 Corinthians 2:11. Says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Alright, so we see what's going on here, man. Can we prove exactly this is why they wasn't locked down? No, but it's a legit suspicion, or a legit so to say conspiracy, that this may be the reason why they wasn't on lockdown, because these people are already pretty much, the goal to chip everybody pretty much already took place over there. That's why this whole coronavirus thing is in effect, because this is just a plan of the global elites to have everyone chip. And it's no coincidence, very convenient, that Sweden was already starting that whole chipping process, and they wasn't really forced to lock down, because why? The job is mostly already done over there. All right, it says More than 4,000 people have already had the sci-fi-ish chips about the size of a grain of rice inserted into their hands. More than 4,000 people, alright? It says with the pioneers predicting millions will soon join them as they hope to take it global. It's a very Black Mirror, so like your Swedish scientist Ben Liberton told the Post. A similarity to the TV series highlighting futuristic scenarios. Okay, so let's select your Sweden chip, and that's just not more. Go to news here, and then you see, this is, you got another source here saying the same thing. It says some see microchips implanted in humans as a wave of the future. Others see an uncertain path with questions about privacy and ethics. The microchipping has gained some popularity in Sweden, all right, in which already has a robust digital society. So Sweden was already kind of ahead. So it's no coincidence. And I'm going to go back to this. It's no coincidence that they didn't have to lock down. And I believe Norway was under lockdown. A direct neighbor to Sweden. I believe Norway was under lockdown, and but Sweden wasn't. But anyways, you kind of see where this is headed. All right, and what is said there. What's the thing called? Let me see if I can find it real quick. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get a scripture. Maybe it'll come back to me. And of course, you know where we're going. Revelation chapter 13 and verse 16. It says, and he called us all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that hath the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. And here it is. The microchip is the mark of the beast. Okay? It's no coincidence that Sweden didn't go on a lockdown. Okay? Let me see if I can find this real quick. And this is what it's called right here. It's called herd immunity in Sweden. And let's see if I can get some information on it really quick. Because really, what you were supposed to do was only, the scriptures tell you how to deal with a plague, man. You only supposed to quarantine the sick. All right, let's see if I can get there real quick. Leviticus 13, I believe. Was it 46? Just read one verse. This Leviticus 13 and 46, and it says, all the days wherein the plague shall be in him, talking about leprosy, he shall be defiled, he is unclean, he shall dwell alone, without the camp shall his habitation be. All right, so that's pretty much a quarantine. The scriptures let you know you quarantine the sick, man. You don't quarantine, you don't quarantine everyone. You just quarantine the sick. All right, that's what the scriptures say. Let him be by himself alone. You quarantine the sick because it's called herd immunity. Okay, because why? We all need that good bacteria. All right, we need to come in contact with that good bacteria. So what's happening right now? You don't quarantine the healthy, man. So what's happening right now is everybody's immune system is being brought low because that natural contact to those that good bacteria. All right, they're not having access to that, and they're sanitizing everything. So what? Everybody's immune system is being brought very low. Okay, so far as in October, the flu season picks back up, and when they finally do let everybody back into the streets, okay, it's gonna be a lot of people getting sick, man, because they spend so much time alone. Their body, that's how you build an immune system. The immune system being exposed to different bacteria, and not all bacteria is bad. So I'm gonna get this scripture real quick. This Habakkuk 2, and I just read 3. It says, "For the vision is yet for a appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry." And right now, the vision is speaking. All right, here it is. Sweden, they were already getting chipped, 4,000 people already. So there's already on that digital, so to say, society, the mark of the beast system. They didn't have to go quarantine. All right. So that's just something, to take a look at and consider. All right, for those that's questioning, is the RFID chip the mark of the beast? Well, that's just evidence right there that, Sweden, a country that was already chipping its people, didn't have to quarantine. Because majority of the job is already done. But yeah, just a few words on that whole quarantine thing. You only supposed to quarantine the sick. All right. I was doing some research on it. Maybe I'll hit that topic a little bit more. But I was doing some research on it, and pretty much what it is that you quarantine the sick because you have to stay in contact with that bacteria. All right. When you're sitting at home being quarantined, your body is not exposed to the natural bacteria as far as going outside, touching doorknobs, touching door handles. All right. That kind of keeps your immune system in shape, man. It's like your immune system gets to work out. So here it is, you sitting at home, not being exposed to anything, especially the sunlight. The sunlight is good for the immune system, that vitamin D. All right. You're sitting at home. You're weakening your immune system by sitting at home. All right. That herd immunity, that's actually is pretty accurate, so to say. All right. They all come in contact with whatever bacteria, and then their body creates immunity. So it's like, we need each other. We need that contact with each other. All right. That's the way that the Lord made things. The scriptures say, when you see thy brother, greet him with a holy kiss, man. All right. You hug your brother, or you shake your brother's hand, man. All right. We were meant to interact like that. And not saying specifically that's why the Lord had us do that, but what that does is that creates a herd immunity. So here it is, society has been separated from each other. And now, all of a sudden, they're just going to get back and join hands, or not join hands, but get back into the society. And then a lot of people just going to start getting sick, man. All right. So with that, man, that's pretty much all I wanted to say. I didn't want to make this video too long. I brought out a few scriptures, but just to give you something to look at. So until next time, Lord willing, edify. I'm going to say Shalom.